Video, I want to go over different expressions of operating with fractions that you may encounter during your journey of studying algebra. And I feel that this is important because when you come across these expressions, you may be confused, you may second guess them yourself, go back to your notes and review them, and it's just a waste of time. And I want you to really recognize these expressions and also introduce to you some shortcuts so that you can have the fractions reduce in its lowest form as you arrive to the answer, and just to improve your understanding of working with fractions. So let's get started. Our first problem here, 2/3 times 3/4. Normally we just multiply it over and reduce it after the fact, but this time I want to do it a little differently. So we write down the expressions before calculating them. And now you see there's a 3 on the bottom and the 3 on the top. You can cancel them before even doing this calculation. You can cancel 3, both of the 3, and put a 1 in their place. And then now our answer is 2/4, and to reduce them is 1/2. And this is one of the things that you can do with fractions to make it a little bit easier in yourself. If you like to do it the other way, you can, but sometimes in SATs or in exams, the teacher will ask you to do it in this way so that you can show your understanding. So that's our first problem. Our second problem, 3/5 times -4/7. And this is just to show that fractions behave the same way as integers. A negative times a positive will always result in a negative answer. So in this problem, we have -12 over 35. And same thing, fractions, if both of them are negative and they multiply, the answer will be a positive. So for this problem, it's 1/4. For this problem, our next problem, I want to show more of the same from the first problem, breaking it out before calculating and canceling the values before doing the operation, so that it makes it a bit easier, and also to show your more understanding of working with fractions. So let's write them out. 7 times 18, 36 times 14. Let's break down the denominator some more. So 36 is 2 times 18, and 14 is 2 times 7. So here you can see you can cancel 18 here and a 7, replace them all by 1. And up here you simply just have 1. And down here you just have 2 times 2, and it's 1/4. As you can see, it's very fast, very simple. Our next problem here, we have 6 over 35 times 14 over 16. So we write them down in their multiplication expression. And we break it out further. So 6 is 2 times 3 times 2 times 7. And this is 14, this is 6. And same thing with here. 35, we break it down to 3 times 7. And 15, you break it up to 5 times 3. So here, just start canceling out the numbers that are the same. So 7, 7, 3, 3. And all you have left up here is 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 5 is 25. As you can see, it's very clean, very easy. So our next problem here is 6 times 3 times 7. And this is simply just a reminder that whenever a number is, it's just a number, it's not a fraction, that number is always over 1. It might be a repetitive reminder, but always understand that a number by itself is always over 1 in fraction form. So 6 times 3, 18 over 7. Now, now we first look at division of fractions. So here we have 5 over 12 divided by 1/6. And I want you to look at this note here, that whenever a fraction a over b divides c over d, you simply flip the second part upside down and turn this into a multiplication. So it becomes a over b times d over c. So here, by using this fact, we simply just turn this into a multiplication and flip the fraction. And now we have 30 over 12, and we just reduce it to 5 over 2. And that's our answer. And our final problem, we have this weird looking expression here. 2/3 is the number on top, and the fraction with the denominator of 8 over 5. So I want you to understand what a fraction is. So note here, a fraction is an expression of a quotient between two numbers. Quotient is just a fancy way of saying division. So this means 2/3 divided by 8/5. So just rewrite it as 2/3 divided by 8/5. And by using this fact right here, you can rewrite it as 2/3 times 5 over 8. The reason I want to show you this expression is that you will be seeing a lot of this in many of the harder problems later on in algebra, and it's good that you see it now so that you don't, go, oh shit, what the hell does this mean later on. So just multiply it over 10 over 24, and then reduce it to 5/12. I hope this video helped you out in seeing, seeing different ways that you can work with fractions, and some of the more, some new expression here is that, hopefully you keep in mind when you do future problems.